last video got terminated early, so this is continuing. I was just saying how the TA can be ignored to a certain extent. Like last night, everything was screaming, hey, we're going to come back down, we're going to get a short-term correction. But at the time, I specifically had said to you guys, we are hyper bullish, we're in a FOMO-induced bull run, so it is very, very, very possible. It's a 50-50 shot that even though the TA is saying we're going to go down, we can just pump up. And if we do, we're going to pump hard. Sure enough, we did. We broke out. We got above, I talked about that magic level at 600 for ETH. We got above 600, and the entire market started pumping as soon as that happened. So everything's going really well as far as what we anticipated happening. Yeah, so the other thing I talked about last night was time frames. And even though we don't have the Ichimoku dynamics here on CHZ, we do have them on the hourly. So you're able to drop down to get that more precision entry based on the hourly. I was looking at the 4 hour and I noticed that we were getting above this trend line here. And I saw that we were getting rejected on the 4 hour from that resistance that I have up at 14.9, just shy of 15. So I dropped down to the hourly, and there you can actually see we bounced right off of the main support down here at 14, pushed back up, got rejected from the top of the cloud for quite a while, then pushed above the top of the cloud. So now we're sandwiched between the resistance at 14.9 and the top of the cloud support, that Ichimoku dynamic support. But since we also have the 55 EMA and the horizontal support at 14.375, 14.38 right here, we have tons of support there to protect my stop loss. So even though I'm risking 3.25%, that makes the trade medium high or high risk because I'm risking so much. My stop loss is over 3% below my entry, which automatically makes it a high risk trade, or at least a medium high risk trade. Also, the fact that the Stochastic is turning down on the hourly is an indication that we could be coming back down a bit. So all of that considered, that makes it high risk. But since there's so much support there, and since the market is overall so bullish right now, I'm still willing to take that risk to get in. If you're not willing to risk that much capital, then don't get into a trade like this. That's why it's important to say, hey, this trade is low risk, this trade is high risk. You know, last night I told you that my trades, for me, the BNB trade was extremely low risk. So I was fine putting a ton of money into that with 10x leverage because I was only risking 0.5%, you know. That was a very, very low risk trade. In this case, it's much riskier. In the case of XRP, it was riskier. So I didn't put as much money into it. But since I made such an absurd profit on it, you know, I'm up 20-something% right now, and I have leverage on that as well. So my XRP profits are huge, even though I didn't put as much capital into the trade because it was risky. Same thing here. I'm not going to put as much money into it, but if we do get the breakout, once we get above this 15,000 level right here, we should pump pretty hard. So that's my thinking now on CHZ. I'm going to look at some other altcoins. I'll let you guys know what I see. And instead of doing a video update on the majors and everything else, it might just make more sense to do a short live stream. I'll let you guys know. But let me know if you have any questions in the chat. You know, I'm around. All you need to do is tag me and I'll be there.